So our situation went from bad to even more worse. And so Rich and I got creative. I started sharing some ideas with him. And we leveraged attraction marketing and video live streams, and we hosted different themes like this one here called Beer and Chocolate. Beer and chocolate. Men like beer, women like chocolate. And we had a lot of people come on that live. This was the very beginning of something that I'm going to get into in my next couple of slides. You all going to see. But like I said, things got bad to worse. Rich's job couldn't cut it. Ace had to go get a job. The red shirt. I worked this job for a full year. And during that year, it wasn't easy working in a building with less heat. There was a time where Rich had to come into work, see me on a winter's day, and say, "Hun, why are you working like this? I'm going to buy you a little space heater to keep you warm." My boss was against it, but he went against my boss, and he said, "My wife is not going to work here." Of course, he had to call me his wife, you know. And he bought it. He said, "Okay, what are you saying?" He's like, "My wife is not going to work here. Keep her warm, or she's going to be sick. She's going to miss more days." All right, he gave me permission. Okay. And I felt bad. Now, in this picture, you see my son. Look how small he is. Angel, where are you at? That's my baby right there. I guess he just wanted to just make himself known, right? Sweetie, do you remember that?
I remember that specifically when that happened.
You do. What day was that when you came and brought me those flowers?
It was Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. Thank you, baby.
Yeah.
Go ahead. So I was going to work with the intention to use this job to fund my dream so I could spend more time with him. And I'm telling you something right now, we needed help badly. And Rich had a Skype call with a friend named Patty Sheeler. And she dropped a name that really made Rich kind of not sit still. And the name was Misha Wilson. He said, "Who's Misha Wilson?" And it was at this point that Rich does what he always does a background check, goes online, starts researching to see who this individual is. Because her story was so amazing about how she met this guy at No Excuses and how he helped her and gave her so much value. Clue. So Rich started finding out who Misha was, got on his email list, and it took one email broadcast from Misha to make this man buy something without telling me first. The contents of that email must have been so good to make Rich buy something without asking me first, okay? And in the context of that email, the person wrote, "Misha, I'm starting a new project. It's called the Super Affiliate Network." So we got signed up, waited to hear from our sand coach, and it was this guy, none other than John Pierre. John Pierre was really on us. And this is the early days where you were really close with your coaches, like really close. We just started, the 2016. And it took us 4 days to complete the entire profit boosting boot camp. 4. As soon as I got them passwords, I locked that door, unplugged the phone, not playing. "Angel, play your video games in Minecraft. Mom and Dad is studying." Okay? And in 4 days, we completed the boot camp, graduated, had a meeting with our coach, Jean Pierre, and he said, "What next? What are you going to do next? You got to get started marketing." So, did we make sales right away after we graduated? No. No. I'm going to tell you the truth. No, not at all. What we did was we leveraged the results of getting the leads. All of our leads was money to us. And we used that as our first piece of social proof to put on social media so that we could attract the right kind of people. Now, of course, our coach, Jean-Pierre, said to us, if you're doing it like that, y'all need to upgrade to Pro. We didn't know what Pro was. At the time, it was called VIP. Y'all saw the snapshot. And we told him, wait a minute, Jean-Pierre, we don't have the money. You know, we just came out of homelessness. We ain't got no money. We just got our jobs back. I mean, it's too fast. Excuses started to hit. Ego started to kick in. What you can't do. Kept talking that inner stupid chatter. So we told him that we didn't have the money, and I'll never forget his words exactly. He's here. He's filming me. I see him in the corner of my eye. He said, it's not about your resources, Ace and Rich. It's about your resourcefulness. Nobody ever told me that before. But it planted a seed, and that seed gave me an idea. And I said, wait a minute, our income tax is coming up. If I get mine first, I can put the money in. That'll work. I never spent money like this ever before, not this much. So he also said, if you can figure out how to do it without hurting the family, it can be done. It's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. And that's what we did. Took all of our income tax. Rich said, nah, you ain't doing this alone. Take my income tax too. Let's put it together. We're going Pro. That's what we did. We were so hungry. As soon as we got our passwords, we locked the door in the bedroom like I told you, and we produced results like this. Like I said, leads are like money in the very beginning when you're first getting started. You don't necessarily need to attract an audience and show that you're making sales. You can show results. That's why Rich and I, we always teach on our hot seat, we talk about focus on the results, not the sales. So, by our 15th week marketing the Super Affiliate Network and bringing in pros, we made history. Became #1 all-time super affiliates. Fast forward from there, we grew our income from 0 to $42,890. And that was more than enough that I said to my boss, you're fired. That's it. I'm staying this full-time. Rich, if you want to stay at work, fine. Rich did that. He stayed another year at his job because he just the kind of guy he is. Me, I quit. I fired my boss, and I actually put my focus on Super Affiliate Network. And the thing is, we also earned a car bonus with Sam. And that was nice because Rich took the money from that and bought a Yamaha R1 50th edition, I guess it is. If I say this wrong, honey, I'm sorry. I'm not a motorcyclist. I don't know. But he did buy a motorcycle. And we grew our income more and more. And we did a special post that got a lot of attention. And if you look real closely at the arrow, right there, we even won that contest, the affiliate contest. Put that as a post. But we didn't stop there. Another milestone was made and made history in San. We were the first to create the Six-Figure Club. This is my journey. And this is the struggle we had to go through to get to here. But you know what? I'm not going to tell you it was easy. But I will tell you this. It was all worth it.